It's time for the last week of the 31 and 31 Torture of Tierra on Aubrey Books and Coffee. And let's see what this week brings. I am 25% into Hemlock and Silver, and I have a whiskey and a rumble. So far it's kind of boring, to be honest. We have who was once a young girl. She had a family member that was showing off and was like, oh, this is a carrot. You're too stupid to know what wild carrots look like, and eats it and then gets poisoned. So it makes her fascinated in poisons, though. And so she grows up wanting to test not only what's poisonous, but how to try to heal these poisons so that maybe that doesn't happen to somebody else in the future. And so I like this main character. I want to say her name is Anja or Anja. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's very pretty. But yeah, so I like her. I like her spunk and her personality, but there's a lot of info dumping here at the beginning. The author is doing a very clever way of trying to make it interesting by saying things like, this is why this and this and this is happening, but this is all we need to know for now, and then continue. So it makes it a little bit more interesting than just straight info dumping, but it's still kind of boring. But basically she's running in her shop, and a king stops by and says he has his daughter Snow has been poisoned, and so he needs her help. And so she is now on the road with the king and some guards, and I like these guards. These guards are kind of cool. Aaron and Javier, I think, are their names, and I like their personalities. But yeah, so far it's just, that's it. Literally in an hour and a half of listening, that's all we have right now, and that's an hour and a half of listening. Just a whole lot of info dumping. So I'm hoping it picks up. I know some friends that have read this and really loved it, so I'm hoping this is just a slow beginning and then it gets better. I'm now 75% into Hemlock and Silver, and obviously a lot has happened since the previous update. I mean, I went through over half the book. But we're starting to figure out that there's this whole other mirror world, which isn't a big giveaway. It's actually in part of the description in GoodReads. But yeah, this mirror world is kind of, we'll say, malevolent. And so we're starting to understand why the king's daughter was poisoned and how. And we are seeing a closer relationship between our main character and one of the guards, and I like that too. So far, I'm just not blown away, though. I see so many people rating this super high, so I don't know. I mean, I love the humor. I love the viewpoint we get of this main character. I love her style. I love, how sarcastic she is sometimes, and the way that she views the world is just hilarious and wonderful, and spot on. I totally would hang out with this person and, have them as a friend. But I'm not really seeing what's so absolutely fantastic about it. So we'll see what the last 25% does. It's feeling 3-star vibes for me right now. I will say it's probably my favorite from this author so far, but yeah, I'm just not blown away. I finished Hemlock and Silver, and I think I'm going to end on a 4-star. If I did half stars, I'd be 3.5, but I'm going to end on a 4. It was a fun little wrap-up ending that was very adventurous, and I really like the cat that's in this. I really, really do. It really was most of what made the relationship between her and the guard and the cat is pretty much what made this book for me. But it didn't blow me away, but definitely higher than a 3-star. So I don't want to go down. That's why I said a half-star would be useful here. But I'll go with 4, and I'm comfortable with that. And the ending was satisfying, and had a good time with it. So I know we're not going to watch a Cinderella one, so this will be a miscellaneous movie tonight that will be matched with this. So we attempted to watch The Monkey. It's bad. It's like really bad. It's meant to be cheesy. It's not taking itself seriously whatsoever. And it's pretty obvious, which is fine, but it's extremely gross and gruesome and just tons of gore. So if you're okay with that, go for it. It just got to where it was like, it's just not for me. Plus, there's no real rules. Like, I'm the girl that likes to know, kind of like in the Scream movies where they say, never go anywhere alone. Don't say I'll be right back. Like, there's certain, rules to horror movies to survive and stuff. This has no rules. It literally has no rules. So it's too chaotic for me, too gruesome for me. So I DNF'd. But Ryan was laughing and having a good time. So it could be up your alley. I am currently 25% in The Housemaid. We're setting the stage. It's Frida McFadden, so I'm expecting there's going to be a twist at some point. But for now, we're setting the stage with Millie, who just got out of prison and has a record and has a little bit of violence in her background, we'll say. And basically, she needs a job. And so she applies for jobs she doesn't think she's going to get at a house to be a housemaid and part-time babysitter. But Nina, who looks absolutely exquisite and gorgeous and has this huge mansion of a home, basically just takes to her and just absolutely adores her and says, Millie, you're perfect. Please, start working right away. Millie just thinks, wow, my world's turned around. I'm actually going to be able to, get through and get by. They're going to pay really well. The only catch is she has to sleep in a room that locks from the outside, and it's a real tiny, small room up in the attic. I feel like that's going to come back to haunt us. But that's where we're at so far. And Millie's basically trying to get to know the daughter and trying to help out. And it seems like Nina's changing a little bit at this point. At 25%, it feels like Nina's, I don't know if I want to say bipolar, but something, because she's like, one minute she's very sweet and supportive and kind. And then the very next minute, she's accusing Millie of losing things that Millie never was around. So it just, I don't know. She feels very hot and cold right now. So we'll see. Okay, I am now a little over halfway in The Housemaid, and a line was just crossed. All I'm going to say is, wow, Nina is crazy. Like, she is crazy pants. And poor Millie is trying so hard. I would have left. I'm being honest, guys. Like, the very first thing that happened between Millie and Nina, I'm out. No paycheck's worth this. I'm out. But she stuck it out, and the husband is like really sweet and cute and kind, and it's obvious he loves his wife and his daughter, but he also sees the things that are happening and feels for Millie, and he wants to do something nice for Millie while Nina's out of town. And let's just say a line got crossed. So I'm expecting things to really ramp up now. I'm over 80% in The Housemaid. I am so close to the end. Oh my gosh! I hope that didn't hurt your ears. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. A twist happened, which I knew with Frida McFadden, of course it's going to. But a twist happened that now I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I'm going to finish it. This is no longer feeling 3-star. This is feeling very 4-star. And oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, but I've had the same outfit the whole day because I could not stop listening to this. So I would get up and I would do some Fab Five cleaning, and then I would, go and work on my crocheting blanket, and then I would play with the cats. And the whole time I'm listening because I cannot stop listening to this. Oh my gosh. 4 stars. Oh my gosh. And I am very pleasantly surprised. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a sequel too that I'm 100% going to be picking up now because, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was good. I would say it's pretty good. It'll be interesting to see what gets paired with this for the movie tonight. I don't know Ryan's going to be able to find something that matches, so probably it's going to be a random one. But oh my gosh, you guys. This may be my favorite this week. So we finished watching Halloween H2O, which, yeah, was nothing at all like the book, or like paired with the book, but had a little bit of creepiness, more like a, oh my gosh, I remember these actors and other things, and look how young they are. So it was that kind of nostalgia. It wasn't really scary, not really. But yeah, it was just it was fun to watch it and be able to say I've seen a Halloween movie now, and like I said, recognize a lot of the actors in it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a 3 star, 2 to 2.5, 3 star. I don't think any of us were super duper impressed by it, but it was okay. It was all right. I am currently 25% into What the Woods Took. This is going to be a hard one for me to read because you've got a troubled teen named Devin who, in the middle of the night at her foster parents' house, these guys grab her and she's screaming for help. But then her foster parents come in the room and they're like, shh, it's okay. This is for your own good. You're just uncontrollable. We need to, get you help. And so she's hauled out to the woods with a bunch of other teens whose parents and so on and caretakers did the same thing to them. And it's supposed to be kind of like a, what did they used to call those? Like even in the 80s, they called them problem child camps or something like that. And so it feels like that. And they've got these 2 individuals, camp counselors or whatever you want to call it, that are going to take them through these woods for 2 months, everybody. For 2 months, they're going to be in the middle of these woods with these 2 camp counselors. Did they even do background checks on these people? And I'm very, very blessed that my teenager is not like your typical teen. She's not she doesn't fight back. She doesn't, sass off. She's actually very, very mild. But even if I did have a troubled teen, I can't imagine sending them out into the middle of the woods with 2 complete strangers for 2 months. And there's no phones or anything. So there's no way to get a hold of them to make sure they're okay, make sure there's been no injuries, make sure they're not going hungry. People get lost in the woods all the time on established paths. So anyway, the inner mom, I understand it's fiction, guys. I do. I swear I do. But the inner mom in me is just panicking because I'm like, no, 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 no. So of course things are going to go wrong. I mean, I'm reading it in October because things are going to go wrong. And I just can't fathom the parents that did this. I just can't. I mean, I've never been in their shoes, so I try not to judge, but it's just so hard to wrap my noodle around, and any abuse they're going to come across is just going to hurt my mom heart. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. So I am just a little bit past 80% in What the Woods Took now. And because of the turn it's taking, I have no problem stomaching it, and it's actually giving me creepy vibes, kind of like Hunted, Darcy Coates' book. So I'm a little creeped out, and that's good though, because you need that in October. So I am creeped out. I am chewing through this, and it's YA, I would think. Yeah, I would rate this YA. But it doesn't feel too over the top angsty. And so I hesitate to say having a good time, but something happened obviously by 80%. And the kids are on their own, which made me think it was going to happen like Lord of the Flies, but instead they actually very nicely banded together. But there's an element, we'll call it a supernatural element, that has now come, and yeah, it's just very, very creepy, but very good. And I can't wait to see how it ends. I just finished What the Woods Took, and I think I'm going to land on a 3-star. It had the spooky element, which was really, really good, but the final wrap up just kind of left something to be desired for me. Yeah, I just wasn't as crazy about the final wrap up. It's really, really sweet, the last few scenes that we get of those who survived. But yeah, I just kind of wanted something more and I didn't get it. So for me, it's going to land at a 3 star. But I think this should be able to pair pretty easily with some scary movies. So let's go see what Ryan has picked for tonight. We have finished watching Willow Creek and it was not great. It was kind of like Blair Witch meets Bigfoot, but not good. It was extremely slow and boring, and the payout at the end was just weird and left you guessing and trying to figure out what they were trying to say with it. And for as high a rating as it has, on IMDb and stuff, I'm really surprised. But yeah, we're all going to give it like a 1 or 2 star. It was not great. And like I said, boring, and then just a poor payout in the end. I have like a million errands to run today, which is perfect because I have the audiobook of Mate, and this is the sequel to Bride. Bride, we had, of course, an incredible pairing with Misery and Low, one a vampire, one a werewolf, having to get married, and marriage of convenience trope, if you will, and a couple of other fun things that got thrown in there. Loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Mwah. So now we're on book 2, and Mate is about a human werewolf hybrid named Serena and Cohen, who is an alpha of the werewolves. And he has determined that she's his mate because of the feeling that comes over you. But there's a catch. One, she's a hybrid, so she's going through some weird stuff, and her body's kind of rejecting, if you will, what she is. And so she's like, I can't possibly be his mate. I don't have a long time to live. And on top of that, like, I just got rescued. And on top of that, like, all these other things, right? And I can just tell this is going to be so good. I can just already tell this is going to be so good. So I am excited. I'm only, like 25-ish% into it. And I can't wait to do some driving today and get further. I finished it. It was so good. It was so good, you guys. I'm giving it 5 stars. Made my errands go by really fast. I had such a good time with it. We actually get to see Misery again, which was so much fun. I love the banter between the two. They're like sisters. They're incredible. I love it, love it, love it. It was so good. I had such a good time. You really have to like paranormal romances to enjoy this, but oh my gosh, I had such a good time. And I hope that there's going to be many, many more in this series. Okay, so we finished watching The Substance, which by we, I mean just Ryan and I. Katie was over at a friend's house, and we didn't really have a good pairing, and some of the movies have been real duds anyway, so this is one I've been wanting to see because I really respect the actress in this, and it looked intriguing. I will give a warning, nothing but naked women all the time, like all the time, and one man naked butt. But yeah, naked women all over the place, and it started off really good and interesting, and kind of diving into what happens when an actress starts getting overlooked for things and replaced because she's getting older, and what if there was an ability to be younger in some manner. And so she's doing this and to herself, and it is very gruesome and body horror, and it just gets really, really graphic. And then all the way until the end, it was really good until they, at the very end, jumped the shark. They just did, and it was at that point. So it was a high 4-star despite the grossness of all the body horror up until, the very ending. So now I'm going to end with a 3-star. Ryan thinks 2-star, and that's where we're at. So I've decided to DNF A Mastery of Monsters, which is a shame because I really love this author's writing style. I really, really enjoy Delicious Monsters. Highly recommend that one. But this one just felt like it was progressing way too slowly. It was too weird with the nuances of monsters, and she's trying to come to terms with the fact that there's monsters, and then all of a sudden she's being thrust into this world where she needs to pair up with a monster to do a competition, and in order to help him be able to shift back and forth between monster and human easier. It's weird. It's just too weird. So at about 10%, I'm unfortunately DNFing it. I'm just not having a good time. I'm not into it. We're getting towards the end of the month, so lots still to read to finish up this last week. And yeah, there's better books. So we just finished watching The Menu, and a lot of good actors and actresses in it. Phenomenal performance, disturbing movie, but it was really, really good. Lots of gore. Prepare yourselves for lots and lots of gore. And just when you think how it's going to go, it changes how it's going to go. But even Katie was like, yeah, this is actually really good. So we're going to give it a high 4-star. And it was a great way to end the day. I am a little over 30% in Blackthorn, a NetGalley arc that I got. I've got a whiskey on my lap. He's going to keep me company as I read this, aren't you, baby? As he makes biscuits in my sweatshirt. That'll never be the same again. But anywho, it's actually really good. It feels Hatfield and McCoy because you have two people who are attracted to each other. They have a past, but their families hate each other for different reasons. And one of the characters is a mother, and the other one is like, the timing of this child is interesting. And so anyway, that's what's going on right now. So I have my suspicions, so we'll see if I'm right or not. I haven't been doing a lot today, I'm going to be honest. I've done a couple chores and then pretty much just reading and chilling, and it has been fabulous, especially with the windows open. It has been nice and chilly and just so nice. And then various cats have been on my lap. I am about 78% into it now. And it's unfortunate because the spice in this is... It's weird, and it's almost like as soon as the author was able to introduce the spice, which took a while to get there, which was good, because we had some wonderful stories, some wonderful banter, we had some great background, some plot progression, but it's like now that it's been introduced, it's like all the author wants to write, and now I'm really just not in it. So this was feeling 4 stars, and then now we're doing this, and it's like 3 stars, and I'm really hoping it doesn't go even lower. And I have finished Blackthorn, and I am going to give it 3 stars. No real ghosties or knives. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Towards the end there, I was doing some skimming, and I only finished it instead of DNFing because, one, I was like 90% through it, but also because I wanted to do the vlog. Not thrilled with it though, just because again, it became like this crutch that the author used, and we were just having constant rough, strange, dubious consent type stuff, and it just wasn't for me. I just got to where I didn't care anymore about the characters, and I didn't care anymore about the story, so yeah. Okay, I did it to myself. And I own that I did it to myself. But I haven't been getting scared. That spook meter's not been moving, and I really, really wanted to. We're getting down to the wire here. We're on the last couple movies of the season. So even though we've all seen it before and we all really enjoyed 4 stars, and it terrified me, we watched The Nun. So yeah, I'm spooked. I'm gonna go shower and get ready for bed, and I'm gonna make sure Ryan is in the bathroom right there talking to me at the door because I'm scared to shower alone now. But I did it to myself. What are you gonna do? I've got coffee brewing in the background, so I'm sorry if you can hear it. I am 25% into A Flicker in the Dark, and yeah, it's a story of a child of a serial killer, basically. That's not a spoiler. And at 25%, I have a bad feeling that I know where this is gonna go. I don't want to say anything in case I am right. But yeah, so poor Chloe, she's had a bit of a rough time, her and her brother, and now she's happily engaged and she wants to move past this. And yeah, I just have a bad feeling, huh, Whiskey? Bad feeling. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I am currently about 68% in A Flicker in the Dark. I am almost done. Since my last update, the thing I thought was going to happen happened. So I was right. So I'm glad I didn't say anything because it would have spoiled it. But I feel like if by now, with the books that you've read and movies you've seen and stuff, you're going to call it early on too. So I'm waiting to see if there's any other weird twist that happens at the end. But otherwise, I think I know exactly how this is going to wrap up. And it's not the best thriller I've ever read. It's not even the best daughter of a serial killer making the wrong choices again kind of book that I've read, but it's a solid read. It's well written so that I'm enjoying it as it goes. The narrator that's doing the audiobook is doing a fabulous job, so I'm not miserable. I'm also not blown away, so it feels kind of 3-star, middle of the road right now, and we'll see how it wraps up. I'm currently doing sprints because it's Friday and Halloween. Happy Halloween. I have finished A Flicker in the Dark and I'm going to give it 3 stars. Kind of like I said in the previous update. Nothing, I mean, there is a little bit of a twist, but nothing earth-shattering, nothing super crazy, nothing that's blowing me away. But again, I enjoy the writing style. I enjoy the story. I like and feel for the main character. So I'm going to say a solid 3-star. And I would recommend it if you're wanting an easy popcorn thriller kind of feel. And I'm not sorry that this is how I'm ending the 31 and 31. I finished watching several episodes of Happy Face. It's on Paramount. It's got Dennis Quaid in it. And essentially we're following the daughter of a serial killer. And so it felt like it fit very, very well. The acting's really good. It's very, very slow in the first few episodes. So right now it's feeling between a 3 and a 4 star. So I'm not blown away and I'm actually a little bored at times, but again, it's really, really well acted. So I would recommend it and say it was a pretty decent pairing with A Flicker in the Dark. So yeah, that's how we're going to end the week. So we did it, guys. We did it. 31 and 31. Phew! I was worried at the end there that I wasn't going to make it, but my record is still intact. I am still capable of doing it, though it is exhausting. And once again, even with adding in The Nun and things like that to try to scare me a little more, honestly, it did not raise at all this week. So here's where I ended up. And that's what I am for the year, which I think is about the same as what I was last year, honestly. So maybe one of these Octobers I will be terrified and you will see me freak out. So we'll see. But meanwhile, I hope you guys had a fantastic Halloween by the time you see this on Sunday. And I hope it was safe. It was everything you wanted. If you have little ones, that it was everything that they could want and that they looked adorable in their costumes. But thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, send your friends, and I'll see you next time.